Surprise, motherfucker.
We're back.
You thought
we weren't doing a video, but surprise, or a podcast, yeah.
This is Car Bros episode 39.
The big
surprise. The surprise 3.
The surprise 3.
Yeah. So I thought I was my trip. I'm still in the middle of my trip.
It's you're still on the road, but
you're looped. Yeah, it looped back around.
The winds blew you back to California.
Yeah, so I was coming through, and I was like, "Fuck it, man. We should just do another. Just like lay down some more casts."
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But we are gonna take. We are gonna take Memorial Day off.
Yeah. So
probably
instead of today,
or are we?
Unless the winds blow.
You're getting today, but we're gonna take Memorial Day off since it's Monday, and we don't want to do a Tuesday thing since no one's gonna be paying attention anyways.
Right.
So Memorial Day, no. Today.
It's funny. Yes. Like the other day I was thinking, you know, how in one of the podcasts we mentioned how you were going on the road, and then Garrett made the joke like he might be coming to your town,
blowing through your town.
And so I was thinking how I was like, well, keep on a lookout for a '99 white 4Runner because you know it's a very rare vehicle.
Yeah, right. I see like one a day.
Exactly.
In my exact color.
Just telling the listeners to keep an eye out. It might be Coyne. Yeah.
If you see a '99 4Runner, key it.
Yeah.
Let the air out of the tires. Okay, so before we get into it, here's some big news.
Part of the reason we're doing this, actually.
Yeah, part of the reason we're doing this.
Very big announcement.
Yeah, big announcement. Live right now, I guess.
Yes.
I hope. If we didn't fuck anything up. Live right now, we've started a Kickstarter to get the Fierri into running shape and also take it to Monterey Car Week.
This year, 2019.
This year. So in like months.
Yeah, a few months from now.
Yeah, in a few months. We need a Kickstarter because that car it just doesn't run reliably, and all that information is on the Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've put together a pretty thorough backstory.
So we are. I mean, part of it is like we want to get what we can get out of this car.
It's something that we've been talking about since we got the car.
Yeah, and a few people have commented. They're like, "Oh, take it to Pebble Beach." Right. It's like, like that's about as ultimate. And doable because we're close-ish.
Yes, we're within like
to it.
200 miles.
So the idea is we're going to get this thing. We're going to use the money to get this thing into running reasonably reliable running shape
and safe
and safe. The other thing is it legitimately could catch on fire,
and that would be entertaining.
And while we agree that would be funny,
also the brakes are very bad. And
it's like
Monterey's pretty hilly.
Yeah, we just want to get it to a place where it's like, oh, you can. It's still not nice, but like you can drive it,
right?
Like you're not terrified of.
You'll still be embarrassed driving it.
The embarrassment part is totally going to be there. So the money is to get it into running shape and tow it there. And then the output is going to be a undetermined length, but probably at least like 20 or 30 minutes.
A lot longer than our typical.
Yeah, not in character, but just kind of like a documentary of the whole experience.
Get Netflix on board, miniseries.
But it's like the output will be like, here is the experience.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff is on the Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Well, obviously we'll have a link in the description to it.
So I know that we asked for money already through Patreon.
And now we're asking.
So dig even
This is
deeper.
This
is a little different.
It's a one-time specific
This is a specific
project
goal.
Yes.
But yeah, we really want to do this.
And of course, if anyone listening to this is in California or planning to be in Car Week, we are going to organize a like meet and greet.
Yeah, the other thing is like we're going to be there.
Yeah.
And like it's not going to be like a secret thing where like we'll post the video after. It's like, come meet us.
Yeah, we're going to try to hold a little thing where you can come check out the car and touch it and see how bad it is.
Yeah, a lot of details we're still figuring out, but like we'll probably do some kind of like Taco Bell parking lot thing.
Post up, shut down a parking lot.
Yeah.
And we kind of said like, so if we don't have a huge audience for this podcast, obviously, but if everyone that listened that is like enjoys it, just dropped a one-time $5.
This is a one-time thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to limit your gratuity, but yeah, it's one of those things where it's like if everyone, including you, that means you, but if everyone listening to this kicked in some money to make this thing happen,
we would hit it.
We'd hit it pretty fast and it'd be guaranteed. Because the bummer about this is like it's kind of an all or nothing thing. That's why we're doing Kickstarter instead of a like GoFundMe or Indiegogo
Right.
or whatever. It's not just like, hey, we're trying to raise some money. It's like we have a specific goal.
We need
X dollars to pull it off. But it's not that much money. So
and the money that whatever beyond the repairs is going to go towards getting the car into events that we'll probably get kicked out of.
Yeah.
we're gonna shoot for the moon. We're gonna shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
We'll swing for the bleachers on this one. Because we're like, the humor in this video is going to be people
reacting.
People are going to want us to try as hard as we can to get into as much shit as we can.
And to be as awkward as...
And just make it awkward and just all the things. So like, we're going to go for it, assuming this works out. Hopefully it does. But yeah, if you would please kick in some money, if that sounds like something you'd like to contribute.
And we
to.
actually do have some cool
swag
rewards.
We got some cool tiers in there.
Including... Well, the granddaddy of them all.
Oh yeah,
we went back and forth on this.
We went back and forth, but for a certain dollar amount, which we have, as of recording this, we haven't agreed on. But we probably will in the next like hour. The highest tier is like, we'll just fucking give you the car.
Yeah, you will get the.
You can have the car
after we're done.
We will deliver it to you in the lower 48
with a signed title.
Yeah, title and enclosed delivery. So yeah, if anyone's got deep pockets, go for it.
If anyone wants a piece of history,
because we were like, do we want to get rid of it? I mean, we don't, but like storing this thing is such a pain in the ass.
And should we reach that milestone, all the money will obviously be used to fund even better.
Anything above and beyond just makes Car Bros a lot more capable. So the number one priority is let's get this thing roadworthy and to Monterey Car Week, and let's just break some fucking necks.
Let's break Monterey Car Week.
Let's break Car Week. So check that out. Link in the description below. We're going to do some other stuff to try to spread the word around. If you could spread the word to your friends and your like
local car club,
delirious grandparents, whoever.
Especially anyone who is going to go to Car Week or is planning to go, or thinking about going to Car Week.
It's gonna be
this will be
it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully, if it works. So help us out there. Make our dreams come true. Speaking of people giving us money, Patreon has crossed a significant milestone, which is $350 a month, which may not sound like much, but that's like
almost a PlayStation 4.
That is our break-even amount for this podcast, which means this podcast is officially not losing money anymore.
Yes.
So thanks to the
dedicated fans.
I can't stress enough just the generosity of our patrons. We are now not losing money on this, and that dollar amount is a little higher than you might expect. One, for the normal stuff, we eat food while we're together, and there's hosting fees and stuff like that, and some equipment's not even really factored into that.
Yeah,
but I drive 3 hours. We don't all live together. And so a lot of that is fuel costs, like getting together. So it's
beer.
Another reason why we record in batches.
Yeah, we do some batch stuff. But anyways, the point is...
They don't know we're recording. They just think we wear the same clothes.
We actually recorded all of these podcasts the first week of January 2018.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't talk about current events.
We're that cool. Why am I wearing this t-shirt?
Yeah. Who will be elected in 2016? Anyways, thank you guys for that. Thank you to our current patrons.
And if you're considering, after you've given to our Kickstarter, you can consider.
So we haven't mooched off your generosity enough. So now we have a new goal on Patreon. So now anything we get from Patreon now, we can start saving
for big video projects.
And the thing about Car Bros is like, if you ever want Car Bros, which we definitely do, but if you also would like Car Bros to move beyond these just kind of like, it's essentially like, how much can we get done without any money kind of videos, like just shoestring fucking budget stuff.
Trips to Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart stuff. It's gonna
maybe we can start going to Target if we
we can, this is like Ross money. This TJ Maxx shit. That's gonna come from Patreon. So now that we've crossed that mark, the additional money we get actually starts to like build Car Bros capital.
Yes.
So that's pretty exciting. It's a new era.
Maybe to buy some additional shitty cars.
I mean, it's like like I was kind of thinking about it. If we had $1,000 a month, we could legitimately buy and crash a shitty car like every other month. I mean, just
folks,
it's like,
do you need any more?
Yeah, like, do you know what? Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to fantasize about it too much. But anyways, the point is, thank you very much, seriously, to our patrons. Yes. You guys are. I didn't expect it.
No.
And now that we're here, it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys are. That really means a lot. So thank you for that. Mm-hmm. If you would like to feel as good as those people do, if you'd actually like to do something with your life, like those 60 people have done, they've built something real here. If you'd like to contribute as well, there's a link in the description below, right next to the Kickstarter one. Once you're done paying us through Kickstarter.
Once we've hit that goal, then you can move on over to.
If you'd like to become one of the select few patrons, link in the description below, or you can Google Carbros Patreon. Yeah, thanks for that. Hello to the rest of our fans. Also. Okay, so I am like 3/4 of the way through a trip for work unrelated to Carbros, but it's essentially driving around shooting ultra high definition time lapses, shooting ultra high definition video of like nature.
Basically being a professional tourist.
Yeah, basically being a professional tourist. So I'm just like driving around seeking out like beautiful sunsets and shooting 8K video of these things. So it's kind of a cool but stressful project. But anyways, in the last 3 weeks, I've driven 5,000 miles. Yeah. I've listened to audiobooks. Audiobooks have changed my life.
Yeah.
It's insane. I'm not a good reader. I never like make some time and like sit down.
Yeah, nice blanket.
But I can listen.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I listened to 5.5 books, I think, in 3 weeks.
Damn.
I used to listen to books at work because, you know, my job is just sitting at a desk with headphones 90% of the time, but I would get interrupted so often that it was annoying. And like, I wouldn't remember what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. This is just driving.
Yeah.
It's like multitasking. You have to drive anyway. So yeah, it's awesome.
Do you guys feel like there's a difference between listening to a book and reading it? Because, you know, like you see like, oh, he reads a lot of books. Like, oh, that guy's smart.
Yeah. I don't know if it's fair for me to say I read.
Yeah. That's that. Books. And then, oh, like he listens to a lot of books.
Yeah, I know. I was telling someone because I listened to East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and
classics.
Like, For Whom the Bell Tolls by Hemingway, which sucked by the way. Book fucking blows.
Powered through it.
Yeah, my friend recommended it to me.
Shout out, fuck you, Hemingway.
Shout out to Anna. I was like, oh, it's a good book. She's like, For Whom the Bell Tolls. I was like, all right. There's a better name for that book. It's called fucking 40 Chapters of Thinking About Blowing Up a Bridge.
Just do it. Chapter 2, do it.
Yeah. I listened to Michelle Obama's new book.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to...
It's very progressive of you.
What's that right-wing conservative guy?
Rush Limbaugh?
No. the young guy.
Yeah, the one we just talked about.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro's in his new book. Anyways, audiobooks, killer.
Different viewpoints.
Yeah, I wanted to get both ends of the New York bestseller list. Okay, so here are some observations. Cars. After
5,000 miles.
5,000 miles. One thing that I noticed is you can judge a town by, there's this spectrum of restaurants that a town will have, and it determines how like bougie the town is. And it also determines if I will stay in that town or not. Like, I don't know if people have done this on road trips.
You got a checklist that they got to...
There are certain towns where it's what is the nicest place to eat that this town has. And the spectrum goes like this. I didn't write it down, but I'm trying to remember it. The bottom level, the worst is it has a Subway.
Only like that's the best place.
This is like
more than likely attached to a gas station.
Yeah, where does the town max out? And you can determine how wealthy the town is. And if it maxes out at a Subway. It's like you're gonna get stabbed and you're gonna get E. coli from drinking the water. McDonald's is around there too, but honestly, there will be ones that have a Subway and no McDonald's, which is crazy. It's like the order is like post office, fire station, Subway.
Yeah.
The next one up is Starbucks. If your town has a Starbucks that is not inside of a Safeway or an Albertsons, like a standalone Starbucks, it's like, cool, I'll stay there.
Yeah.
lay down and rest.
I'll stay there. Yeah. I'll spend the night there. Next up is a like a Carl's Jr. like all the like good fast food. Carl's Jr., Burger King, Taco Bell, like A&W,
Popeyes.
Popeye is probably a good one. It's like if it can support that, then it's like, all right, this is a pretty decent town. You start to cross into bougie when you hit the Chipotle Chick-fil-A level.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
If a town has a Chipotle or a Chick-fil-A, it's like that's an established town.
Yeah.
That's like
It's movers and shakers.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a developing town. Yeah.
yeah. The highest level, I think, is a Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Oh,
If a town has a Whole Foods,
Well, you don't watch South Park, but a couple seasons ago there was like a whole episode about how South Park is trying to get a Whole Foods so that people stop making fun of them. And so like it's a very in-depth, it's a very real truth.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, if a Whole Foods can be
expensive.
sustained
Yeah.
in a town, then yeah, the people are
Yeah.
of higher quality than.
Anyways, there's just something I noticed because like I'll be unfamiliar with the town. It's like, oh, do I want to stay here tonight? And I'll like zoom in and I'll be like,
What are the hot spots?
Yeah, it's like, what's the food? I'm like, nope. Not gonna. It's like, oh well, Starbucks.
Yeah.
and Coyne only eats at
Getting
chains.
warmer. Yeah.
Well, when I mean, I'm on the road for like 30 days. It's like,
And
I'm
you don't
not-
have like pre-planned stops.
Yeah,
You're
I
just
think
driving.
Yeah, the thing is, like in a perfect world, be like, oh, you got to go to whatever this
no,
place.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
But,
Yeah,
like,
and I'm not.
That's a lot of effort.
Sometimes I will, where it's just like, I mean, a lot of the times I'm not done working till like 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
so it's
you
like
can't
even
just
if
pop into.
I can't just go to wherever the
They have the
place is.
best tri-tip.
Yeah, honestly, all those places too. Like, sorry to make this like not about cars so much, but like when they're like, "Oh, you've got this is like the best Mexican food," it's just fucking Mexican food. Everyone has the best fill in the blank whatever food in their town.
Yeah,
It's
the best
like, they're all
sandwiches.
about the same. It's just fucking food. Like I just don't.
Guy
care
Fieri
about
would not be happy
Yeah,
with what
I
you just
know.
said, bro.
it. Yeah,
Triple D.
Oh, these are the best sloppy joes in the West Coast. Like,
that's
no, they're
money.
not. Like, no, they're not. Okay, the other thing is, I was in the. Well, here's a different one. This kind of ties in with like super long haul rides when it's like. To me, the comfortable driving limit in one stretch is like 3 hours, 3.5.
You mean just
single go
getting out of the car?
In my
Yeah.
in my 20s, I could do 5 hours straight
without moving,
without getting out of the car.
Okay, so here's yeah, this is a good example then. Like past 3, you find yourself like,
yeah,
heaven forbid your car doesn't have cruise control, but like it does. You put cruise control on and then you'll start
you start
like laying on your side
Right, yeah.
essentially,
Yeah.
like in the car. Crazy dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, because you're not even touching the pedals
Like
anymore.
halfway out of the seatbelt.
Yeah, because your hips start locking up. You
Right.
enjoy, and so you're trying to like
Yeah.
stretch in the car, and so you're kind of like laying over the center console while the car is doing like 75
Yeah.
with the cruise
you're trying to like
control.
stretch your calf
Yeah,
muscles
you're trying to
and
like
stuff.
stretch
Yeah.
because you don't want to stop because
Right.
like stopping's a whole thing.
Yeah.
And then you'll have to piss for like 3 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's just like
No, I can go a couple more. I can go half an hour
it's
more.
like, oh yeah, I've had to pee.
Do
for
you guys have that like in the morning,
hours.
like when you wake up and it's like 6 or something? Like I gotta piss, but like
Yeah, I don't want to get out of bed.
Yeah,
It's really
I'm
warm.
just gonna-
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like, I don't want it. Then I'll have to get gas. Then I may as well get food. So
Yeah.
you just have to piss for like hours. And then you'll finally stop and pee and you're like, oh, you're all refreshed.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like
ah.
a new day. It's like, oh man. It's like you just like learned that some illness isn't terminal. It's like a weight off your shoulders. It's like super nice.
it's a literal weight out of your bladder.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. You're like, oh, I can go for 10 more hours. You're like, why didn't I just do it before? I mean, I understand now why people will have stories about like pissing in bottles and shit. It's like you just do this weird thing.
don't
You
stop.
don't want to stop.
Yeah.
Don't want to stop. Yeah. Okay. Two more observations.
Just only
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is I was driving through the mountains. I was in Santa Cruz, California, which is like, it's a beach town, but it's backed up to mountains.
Yeah, like
very
it's mountains like all the way to the coast, and then it's just
yeah.
the beach.
And then there's a beach right there. And so it's like there's tons of mountainous area. And there's a lot of like highways that will cut through mountains, but they're crazy windy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to get a sunrise shot. And so I'm on this road with like the morning commuters. And like you just, no matter how quick of a driver you think you are, you will not fucking outrun
A local.
local mountain people.
In whatever they're driving.
Yeah, in whatever they're driving, because they've driven that road every morning.
Yeah, they know every curve.
They know the curves,
Yeah.
and it's like you. It's so stressful because it's like I can drive quick. I mean, the 4Runner is pretty slow, but it's
Right.
like I'm a fast driver, and they're like just fucking on you.
I'm competent.
Yeah, and it's like you finally pull.
They're
over.
driving like an F-250.
Yeah, and it's always like big trucks. It's like the lesson I learned is like do not try to outrun mountain people because they fucking know those roads.
And I assume they probably take some
fast.
joy in.
Yeah.
I'm guessing too because they're like on you.
It's kind of like an initial D type of situation.
Yeah. So I was like, they are super fast. So yeah, I gave up. And like I pulled over, and they would do the hazards thing. Weren't you talking about that in Japan? People will pass you.
The thank you.
Yeah, they all.
I
did
assume.
it.
I think people do it in other places too, but in Japan it's pretty common.
Well, they did it certainly in the mountains if they knew what they were doing.
Was the first one, did you think like, man, he's fucking calling me a chump or something?
No, like I thought I was going pretty fast, and there were like 4 people eventually behind me. And it's not like it's like F-350, like old Jetta.
The funny thing about
just,
those
like, regular
mountain
cars.
roads is like there's not really there's a speed limit, but like the speed limit doesn't have anything to do with
Right.
Yeah.
how fast you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like the speed limit might be like 55 or whatever.
yeah. Oftentimes, it's
But like if you're going 55, you're going like really fast.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's, I get kind of mad because if you're not from around there, it'll be like, oh, speed limit on this road's 55, and they won't update it. And then you'll go through turns where it's like, fuck, I had to slow down to like 20 to not die there.
Right.
Like, why didn't they? There's certain parts where they're just like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Like,
You'll
screw you. And it's like, that's fine, except when it's like night.
And there's
it's
someone
like
on your ass.
foggy or something, and
Yeah.
there's someone on your ass, and like you don't know what to do. So yeah, I just realized like don't fucking try to don't fuck with mountain people. But yeah, I pulled over and 4 cars passed me and all had their hazards on. It's like thanks. I was like, all right, kind of out of my zone here. Hold these people up. Okay, the last thing.
Final.
Final long haul driving. Not necessarily long haul. Final thing I noticed is driving through things that are supposed to be beautiful and like bugs. I mean, specifically bumblebees and butterflies and just murdering them.
Oh, it's like butterfly season right now too.
Yeah, and I think I drove through like a migration.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And so I'm like on the highway doing like 75. It's like, oh, like the beautiful butterflies. And it's just like
murdering them. Yeah.
blap. Yeah, just splap. And they're getting all, it's like, oh, the beautiful colors. And they're getting all fucking caught in the windshield wipers, you know?
In the radiator fan and stuff.
It's just like the wings of these like gorgeous butterfly. And you're just blap, 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 just nailing them. Bumblebees, like the fucking the windshield just coated in pollen. It's like, oh, that guy had a lot. He had a big.
He was having a good day.
Yeah, blap, just big. I mean, it's not a bee, it's a bumblebee. Like they leave a
mark.
They fucking.
They're stout.
It's like a cherry tomato hitting your. It's like, oh man, this is not good. Like, wouldn't evolution have weaned out the ones that crossed low on the freeway? Yeah, it's just something kind of like oddly majestic, hauntingly majestic about plowing through things that are both beautiful and gross when you murder them. Yeah,
It's been said many times.
Yeah, last thing that's not related to driving, but just a story that I had. I was in Roswell, New Mexico. That's what that
The alien.
called. Yeah, the alien. Yeah. They are very proud.
The alien heritage.
They've owned it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're very proud of that
milked
thing.
it.
Yeah.
I lost something that was like kind of critical to my setup, and it was very specific, and so I ended up having to make a new one. So I had to find a machine shop. And I was in Roswell, I was in Ace, and it was like, I can get kind of close with something I can buy in Ace, and then I have to have it modified.
Sure.
And so I'm in Ace, and there's this like super old guy, kind of Santa-looking guy. And I was like, excuse me, do you know if there's a machine shop around here? He's like, well, you're going to want to take it to Jerry. I was like, okay. I was like, what's the name of the shop? He's like, well, you find it by... He's like, He's like, you're gonna go.
This sounds like a Subaru commercial.
He's like, you're gonna go down.
Was he blind?
It's like, you're gonna go down. He's like, you know where 2nd Street is? It's like, no. It's like, well, 2nd Street's the main street out here.
It's probably the 2nd Street.
Yeah, you're gonna go down 2nd Street about 2 or 3 stoplights until you see a Subway, and you're gonna take a left on that corner when you see that Subway. And all I'm thinking is like, just give me the fucking name.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna put it in my phone.
Yeah.
Like a human.
It's not on a map.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
You can't find this.
You can't find Jerry's on a map, Coyne.
Yeah. Should we just put what we're referring to in?
Yeah,
We've already put it in a podcast.
But in case they didn't listen.
Yeah.
All right, here's a bit of this stupid ass Subaru commercial we're talking about.
Does this map show the Peninsula Trail?
Peninsula Trail. You won't find that on a map.
Okay, so it was very much like that. He's just like going on and on, and I'm not going to be like,
He's like hopping in the car with me.
yeah. Well, I wasn't going to be like,
I'll show you where.
I wasn't going to be like, stop. Like, just tell. It's like, and so I'm trying to just give him the friendliest possible face.
This is probably his highlight of the week. Is probably
and he's
telling
like-
you.
and it's like,
You look like you're from California.
yeah. If you ever do that, I mean, I'm sure people know, but if you ever have to give someone instructions, you've got 2 directions max that they'll remember.
Yeah.
Who would ever remember beyond 2
The
directions?
fourth,
Like
yeah.
the most that you have is you're going to go down to the light at the end, turn left,
There it is.
and then you're going to make a right at whatever. It's like you got 2.
Yeah.
If it's beyond that, they are not. It's
Yeah.
like it's not happening. And so it's like I think it's just like a kind of elderly person thing.
Yeah.
But he gives me these like fairly long directions about like when you cross the railroad tracks, but not the second set of railroad tracks. And then it's on the right. And then at the very end, he goes, and it's called precision machining. And it's like, thank God. And he's
There
like,
it
you
is.
got all that? And I was like, yep, absolutely. And I walked away, just Googled it.
Precision machine.
And then on the way over there, like vaguely seeing shit that he talked
Yeah.
about.
Oh, there it is.
Subway.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there it is. It's like, I never would have fucking remembered. Like, yeah, it's always funny when people are like, they think, like, it's like, how did people ever get around
Right.
Yeah.
before? Because I don't know if they just had like better memories.
I don't even remember like how like, oh, I need to like look up this thing. Like, let me pull out the phone book.
Well,
Like, I need to call this place.
well, it's funny because Coyne and I used to work for pizza. Like, we did pizza delivery,
Right.
And like this was before
Pre-GPS.
Yeah, pre-GPS,
Holy shit, man.
pre-smartphones.
You had to look at a map.
You had to, yeah.
and the place was so cheap, you had one map.
we had one.
And it
Yeah,
was
there was a laminated map
covered
at
in
the shop.
grease.
It was at HQ.
Yeah, and you had to like
You had to
Home base.
you had to draw yourself a
Yeah,
map.
you had to figure out where you were going before you left.
Yeah.
And none of us were wise enough
And the
to
dumb thing-
own our own maps. And so you'd get to where you thought you were going, and it was not the place to go.
Shocking.
Yeah, it's not the block. Like, you're on the right street, but it's like, oh, you need to be on like 4700 block, but I'm in
Yeah.
like 36, and I'm like, oh fuck, which way do I go? Like,
Yeah, right. And it like runs into a canal.
and you're like, fuck,
before you.
these pizzas are getting cold.
Yeah, I fucked up many a delivery. Yeah, I don't know how we did it then. It is so easy to, if you have money, if you're not like dirt poor, it is so easy to travel and plan now.
Yeah.
Because I will drive into a new town and book a hotel while I'm driving in like
Right.
30 seconds
Yep.
with an app. It's just like, here's some hotels near you. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Make a
I'll
reservation.
take it.
Food is just like everything on your phone. I mean, that has just changed the game.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a plan for shit as long as you have enough money to get by. But it's just like, where do you want to eat?
Yeah.
Great. Like, where are you
There's
sleeping
food.
tonight?
Yeah.
You don't have to have anything planned up to the minute.
Yeah.
Like, you can just decide you're done driving and find a hotel. Like that. It is so crazy easy. There you go. We had one of our executive producers told us to talk about more political.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What was it? Like,
That's right. No, he left a comment on the last podcast. Right?
yeah, Ian Razan. I think it was Ian.
What's up, Ian?
What's up, sir? He's
Working hard, sir.
executive
Yeah.
producer Ian Razana left a comment telling us to. I think I was supposed to sit over there.
yeah.
Supposed to wear khaki shorts, big sunglasses.
Yeah.
Pump techno music.
So loud that you could barely hear the speaking.
Yeah, we're supposed to have sound effects, and we're supposed to talk about more hot button issues.
There's
Yeah.
some good advice.
Yeah,
No, we'll take.
we took about 10% of it. We're just slow to.
I think he said like we need to become more woke.
No, yeah.
Yeah, we're not woke enough. One thing he did say, which we have been meaning to implement, is he said something about sound effects.
Yeah, the sound
Oh,
board.
yeah.
I really think all three of us need soundboards.
I think that would get carried away.
That would be the end.
Yeah. Want to try it once.
Okay. If that Kickstarter goes beyond like 10K, then
well, that's what you want. Yeah. The Patreon gets a little higher. We're buying fucking soundboards.
and you're going to be.
We're swapping out the sounds every other week. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, you have something on here about F250.
Oh yeah, so I just have a couple as you had quick observations from the road.
Yeah.
One of them is a few days ago. I was driving. First of all, like I don't really care if people drive big pickup trucks.
Yeah.
In our area,
I mean, a lot of people are like, "Oh, why do you have to drive that big truck?"
Right? Yeah, I don't care.
Which I mean, I've driven them before, and it's not particularly fun, like parking them and stuff.
Yeah.
But the only thing that I don't like is when they try to make a U-turn and they just can't.
Oh yeah, they have to 3-point it.
Yeah, so I was driving and I saw like an F250 dually trying to make a U-turn, and there was a Dodge Charger like right behind it.
Yeah.
So the light turned green.
Yeah.
And the F250 goes to start making his U-turns. There's like no way he's gonna make it. So he has to like do a 3-point, but the Charger like is like right behind him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like the Charger like got totally fucked. And, like so like the truck had to like back up, and the Dodge was like right behind him. So like the Dodge had to like back into like the other street. And like it was like the most like awkward and funny looking thing.
That sucks.
And I didn't really know who to blame.
Yeah.
Like the Dodge was probably like should have left more space, but also like don't fucking drive if you can't make a U-turn.
You expect someone to like know their vehicle.
It's funny because like every time I see a semi truck make a U-turn, like at a like a not a like crazy big thing, but
Black
they
magic.
Yeah,
like,
they do it. They just nail it.
Yeah.
They don't have. I was just like, holy shit.
On the other end of the spectrum of drivers, I have the least versus the most respect for Uber drivers versus
semi-driver.
I assume there are semi truck drivers who suck. Like any, it's
or
like,
learning. Yeah,
it's like every profession.
the ones
like
that fall asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, well, it's just like certain professions. It's like they're all about the same. People be like, he's a doctor, or like he's a lawyer, she's a doctor. It's like they're shitty doctors, and there's like stupid ass lawyers. Like that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
it's a spectrum, and there's also brilliant ones. It's like I assume it's the same with truck driving. There's like idiots,
pros,
right?
But every once in a while, you'll see someone who's like, that guy knows what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, he knows it down to like the centimeter of like what the turning radius of this vehicle is.
Yeah, you'll see a semi truck driver pull off some complex, like he'll reverse the trailer into something. Like thread a needle through something.
Bus drivers can be like that too, and they have to like pick up people in some super crowded environment.
And you'll be like, oh, this is going to be awkward. And then they just fucking nail it.
No drama whatsoever.
It's like, oh damn.
But the funny thing about going back to the semi truck making a U-turn is because they commit to it, and like there's a street light like right on this corner, but they don't slow down at all.
Yeah,
like
they go for it.
They're just like going full speed.
They're in the zone,
and it's like, and if they misjudge it, like they're just T-boning this light bulb, but every single time it's like boom.
Yeah, when a truck like that makes a U-turn, there's like this weird like axes crossing each other thing.
Yeah. It's probably not as
the trailer like backs up. It's like it doesn't make
the space time.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're looking at, it's real, which I don't. It's like
really,
it's like what's going on?
What's he trying to look? You're like, look at this asshole trying. What? Oh shit!
It's like it does some weird shit.
Yeah, the funny thing is, it's like so like the F250 like completed his whatever 3-point turn. And, like he was gone. Like the Charger like still was like he was still like he had to like do his own weird.
And then people are pissed at
him. He's left there. You're on your own,
it's like, no, it's not my fault.
Yeah, fuck off. Yeah, then no one knows the history. He's just some jerk.
I was laughing pretty hard when I
just watching it. Yeah, because you're not.
I was watching safe distance.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
So and then I think like the same day or like a day after that, I was totally unrelated, but I was driving at night.
Yeah,
and just down the street. And you know how you kind of like pick up the profile of cars from their headlights?
Yeah. It's so sad. Like when you're into cars. And
you're like, Explorer.
Yeah.
Not even good car.
Mustang.
Here comes an Astro van.
Yeah. Like you just kind of pick up especially it seems like it gets easier with newer cars.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the headlights are like a huge part of the design.
And they all have like the unique like LEDs.
It's not some square halogen.
Exactly.
It's like something GM uses.
So anyway, so like I'm driving it. It's dark, and I look behind me, and I see this like weird looking shape, like this. It's like really low, and really wide, and has like two sets, three, like one, two on the side, one in the middle. And I'm like, what? Like this comes some kind of like Ford GT or something.
It's something pretty good, like badass.
But like the headlights weren't like LED or HID. They were like I don't know, projector halogen light. So I like, it was like, it must be something kind of old. It's like, what is like Diablo behind me or something?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, like I was like really trying hard to figure it out. I was like, damn, there must be something like really exotic.
Yeah.
Because I had this just like profile of like something I've never seen before.
Right.
And then I stop at a light and he's still behind me and he gets close and I'm looking like really, I'm like really intensely studying the rearview mirror.
He's reeled you in.
And then I see the like half like roll bar thing. And then like at that moment, I'm just like, oh, fuck. And it's one of those Polaris slingshots, which like, I assume you guys know. I mean, I assume the listeners know what it looks like. But it's like, it's probably like the stupidest looking car of all time.
Yeah.
Like it's like the most uncool.
It's like trying the hardest and failing the hardest to be a cool vehicle.
So many angles,
like ever.
It's trying to be like stealth fighter.
Well, maybe we'll look and try to see if we can find a night picture that sort of shows like vaguely what I saw. Before I was.
The funny thing about that car is because like since we've seen one, like since we were walking around some car show and saw one, we instantly made fun of it.
It was in the Jack Diamond intro. Right?
Yeah. But non-car, like more often than not, when people see one, they think it's the coolest thing ever. They go
because it's very
over the top.
But they think like
cool. It's only lame if you're like into cars.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say it's really stupid.
They think it's like the most sportiest car. They think it's like up there with like a Lamborghini and a Ferrari.
Yeah, because it looks extremely exotic.
And I'm just like, dude, it's like 180 horsepower, 4-cylinder.
It might even be high performance. I don't know. I just every time I see
it can be
one,
high performance with 3 wheels. To be honest,
it's super light. I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's just like a 3-wheeled motorcycle, but it's fucking dumb as hell. Like the way it looks.
It looks like it's trying so.
It's got this weird kind of like 90s like Predator design language.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's kind of like Hulk Hogan started a like lifestyle motorcycle company or something. Or like his cousin did.
Flexing real hard.
Like shout out to Hulk.
Don't put his good name.
But like somebody, his brother did. Maybe that's better. I think his cousin or something.
Polaris brother.
Okay, final thing. One of our patrons. Shout out to our patrons.
What's up?
Jason Hayward.
What's up, Jason?
That right? Did we confirm that?
I think so. Yeah.
Jason Hayward. What's up, Jason? He sent us a message. He said, "Hey guys, I'm running the Colorado Gambler 500 in June. Is there only one Gambler 500, or is it Colorado?"
No, I think we probably should have researched this, but I think there's more than one. Like it happens in different parts of the country.
Okay, so then he is running the Colorado Gambler
specific
500. And
it's kind of like a 24 hours of lemons, but for like off-roady vehicles.
That's a pretty
so it's like very grassroots and
good old time.
Yeah, like mix of like rally and kind of light off-roading.
So he said
and it looks fucking fun as hell.
He's running it with his brother in June in a 1989 Mazda B2600i 4x4.
Damn.
Which has been made a convertible, which is like awesome.
Do you remember when that was like a big thing?
What?
When you like cutting a mini truck into a convertible?
No.
Like in the 90s.
So it ends up just being a rectangle with wheels
and a windshield.
Oh, it still has a windshield.
Still has a windshield.
Oh, I was imagining you just
even take the windshield.
I mean, you could. You could. But remember, like a custom mini truck, and they would just make it a convertible.
No, I just
didn't. Kind of like a lifted lowrider convertible.
Sort of, yeah.
Oh, that's cool. No, I was imagining nothing. Just clean.
Just a clean line.
And then they would have like the hydraulics on the whole bed that like lifts up and spins around.
Yeah.
Dope.
Okay. Yeah. It's coming back.
Mm-hmm. But anyways,
he is doing that.
Not in a lowrider.
Convertible. Good choice. Yeah. He said, my brother won it in a raffle for $10 2 to 3 years ago. Pretty sweet way to come across a vehicle.
I like this a lot because who raffles off like an old
old B?
Yeah.
Whatever was convertible before they got it, or did they do the convertible job?
I'm sure Jason will set the record.
Let us know. Anyways, it said, you guys want to send us a big vinyl or two to slap on the hood and tailgate to represent Car Bros? The answer is yes.
Yes.
So here's a call out to the audience. What should this vinyl thing say?
Because it's not just going to say Car Bros.
Yeah, I mean it could, but that's kind of lame.
Yeah,
like
it's kind of JV.
Yeah, it's a little bush league.
Yeah, we got an opportunity here.
We got an opportunity to
hit some eyeballs.
So if anyone has any ideas for what this vinyl should be or say, I mean, we should reference Carbros.
Yeah.
We don't want to just put something on
Yeah,
there.
some weird slogan that.
And it can be offensive, but I would say only moderately offensive.
It shouldn't be embarrassing.
Yeah.
No.
It shouldn't. Although that'd be kind of.
It can be.
Here you go, dude.
It can be tasteless,
Yeah,
but not offensive. I'd
Like
say
send him
that.
a vinyl. It's just like- I don't know. Yeah, if anyone has any good ideas, hit us up.
Yeah.
Also, he said if you want any audio or like footage from the event, I told him yes.
Hell yeah.
Too.
That'd be sweet.
And I told him just like
Field reporter?
Yeah, give us a little like intro and like anything you want. Just send us the footage and we'll cut it together.
Shot of some sweet
Yeah.
Give you a little
gems.
like super cut type thing. So look out for that. I would say in June. Well, he's running it in June.
At some point after that.
So I'd say spring of like 2023.
Yeah, we'll probably get that nailed
get around
down.
to it.
Remember Jason?
Finally got her.
Remember 4 years
Remember
ago?
when there used to be gasoline powered vehicles?
Yeah, I remember back when. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds awesome, Jason. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone out there has any ideas for the vinyl, otherwise we'll just come up with something that we think is hilarious and send it out to them. So yeah, look forward to that. Probably like a month or two,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Anyways,
Cool.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Cool.
And be sure to go check out that Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
Because-
Once again,
Yeah.
Kickstarter.
And I guess, of course, if anyone has any feedback, questions,
I mean, as always.
comments, yeah.
You mean about the Kickstarter?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Or anything, suggestions for what we might do at Monterey Car Week that we haven't covered already.
I would say the two things that I would be most interested in suggestions for, if people have ideas, is any like specific thing we could give away or do.
Yeah, because we have you'll see we have a few on there, but
Yeah, we have
we're
some
always
that we
open.
came up with.
We want to make it worth your while.
Or if you can think of something, I don't know if we can edit it after the fact, but hopefully we can, where we can set like higher monetary goals.
Right.
And like, if we make this much money, we'll do this. If we make this much money,
Yeah.
we'll do this. If you can think of something more
Additional.
that we could do,
Yeah.
for the more expensive stuff, that'd be helpful too. Because we were trying to think like, what can we do that we can actually promise and deliver?
Yeah. Besides actually selling people the car itself.
Yeah, besides the
which we
car.
have promised.
Yeah, but I don't know if anyone just if anyone has any ideas for that. But I think it's pretty good as is.
Yeah, we have no idea how it's going to go. We're hoping it'll
We
work.
hope this works. Yeah,
Because we're going to look really bad if it doesn't.
it's gonna just be kind of in the like graveyard of Carbros ideas if it doesn't work out. So hopefully it does. Spread that around and please be generous on that one.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for
Yep.
listening.
Thanks again.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
The surprise episode.
Surprise episode.
Yeah, you thought you were just going to have a regular Monday with no Carbros.
Brightened your day.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. Not only do you have Carbros, you have a new campaign to support.
Yeah,
a
something
new
look
place to
forward
dump some money.
Yeah, something to look forward to. Okay, well, cool. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.
See you.
Bye.